Level 6. If you made it this far, congratulations. That means that you have gotten through level 1 through 5 and you are prepared to solve linear equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. So this problem, it looks like it's a big problem. It looks like it's a lot to do, but it's really multiple problems in one problem. Okay, so like I've said, in level 4 and level 5 and level 3 and level 2, we have to simplify the equation first. Okay, we're going to simplify it by combining like terms and by using distributive property. Okay, so let's do that now. And I always encourage my kids to do the parentheses first. So let's read this problem out. We have 3x plus 5x is equal to negative 11, parentheses 2x minus 5, close parentheses, plus 5. Seems like a lot, but it's not as complicated if you just break it down in parts. So let's focus on one thing at a time. We're going to focus on the distributive property here. We're going to distribute. Remember, multiply. We're going to multiply this negative 11 into the parentheses, right? And we got to multiply each term or each number that's inside the parentheses by the number that's right outside the parentheses. That's connected, okay? These two, the negative 11 and this parentheses, is connected by a multiplication. So that's what distributive property is, basically multiplying. So let's rewrite this equation out with negative 11 distributed inside the parentheses. So we'll have here, we have 3x, we're not changing anything else, plus 5x is equal to, and this is negative 11 times 2x, okay, just showing my work here, which equals a negative 22x. And then we have negative 11 times a negative 5, which equals negative 55. And then the plus 5 here at the end did not change. We didn't do anything to it. Okay? So the distribution property has been used. We've distributed, we multiplied, and this is what we come up with. And now the next step is to combine like terms. So let's see what is alike. We have on this side of the equal sign, focus on one side at a time, we can add these two terms together. Okay? We can add on this side, we can add these two terms here, the negative 55 and the plus 5 can be added together. Okay, now remember, we can only work on one side of the equal sign at a time when we are simplifying. We don't want to try to cross over the equal sign and add anything yet. Alright, so here, if we rewrite this equation, we will rewrite it as 3 plus 5x, 3x plus 5x. This will be 8x. Alright, those have been used, done. Is equal to negative 22x. Did not be used. We hadn't did anything with that one, so we just keep that one the same. And we have, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. This should be a positive. Okay, you're good if you caught that, because negative 11 times a negative 5 is a positive 55, which equals positive 60. Okay. All right, we're not done. We still need to try to get the x's on one side. We have 8x over here, and we have a negative 22x's over here. I like to keep my x's positive. Okay, so we can do the line of separation. We can separate the two sides, and let's move the x's to one side. So by doing that, we have a negative 22x here. To move it to the other side, we need to add 22x. Okay? And whatever we do to one side, we do the same to the other side. Add 22x. Okay? So here it cancels out. Okay, 8x plus 22x is 30x equals the 60. We didn't do anything to the 60, so we rewrite the 60. Okay, so now we have 30 times x, so 30x. Opposite of multiplication, division. We're going to divide by 30 on both sides. Don't forget, whatever you do to one side, same thing to the other side. That cancels out. X is equal to 2. 60 divided by 30 is 2. That's your final answer. Okay. Now, since this problem, we didn't have the answer already given to us, we can actually verify this equation. We can actually take 2. This is an extra step. You don't have to watch any more of this video if you already have gotten to this point. Because now, to verify that our answer is correct, if we take 2, okay, if we take 2 and plug it back into this original equation, we should get the same number on both sides of the equation, right? Just like that balancing beam, right? It has to be equal. If I have 10 pounds on the left, I have to have 10 pounds on the right in order for that balancing beam to be balanced, to be equal. So if I take 2 and plug it into the original equation, this is just to check the work. This is just to check it. Okay, so if I take 2 and rewrite this whole equation out, we'll have 3 times 2 times 2 is equal to negative 11. Now you don't have to worry about watching any more of this if you get confused. All I did was substitute this 2 in. I substitute this 2 in into my problem to check it and verify that I will have the same number on both sides of the equal sign. So 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. So that's 16, right? So that means on this side of the equal sign, I need to have the same number. I need to have 10. Okay, let's deal with the parentheses first. We have a negative 11, and that's right. That's 4 minus 5, which is negative 1. Okay, plus 5. And if we do our math here, we have 16 is equal to negative 11 times negative 1. It's positive 11 plus 5, which equals 16 is equal to 16. So that is correct. Check. That is our answer.